Hey guys, how are you this Monday morning? I pray all is well. Listen, I'm going to make this very, very quick. Trying to digest the news on a daily basis is like trying to drink from a large fire hydrant every single day. It's virtually impossible. So much is happening. Now we have Deputy AG Rod Rosenstein headed to the White House. Rod Rosenstein said today that he expects to be fired. He's already tendered his resignation. So much is going on. Let me just say, if Rosenstein does get fired today by Trump, this is going to be mammoth. It's going to be mammoth, right? And it just may overshadow Kavanaugh. We don't know yet. What we do know, what I really want to talk to you guys about is Brett Kavanaugh and the Supreme Court confirmation hearing. I mean, most of you guys with an ounce of rational being realize that this is a kangaroo court. You realize that Dems are not concerned about a woman's right to be heard or doing what's right for a woman. If that was the case, then where are Dems? Where's Pocahontas? Where's Senator Hirono from Hawaii? Where's Maxine Waters, Nancy Pelosi? As we begin to talk about Keith Ellison dragging his girlfriend by the ankles. Cory Booker, who wrote an op-ed several years ago about groping a woman. She slapped his hand and he found a way to get to first base anyway. Where are Dems on Ted Kennedy? I just finished watching that movie last night. Where are Dems when it comes to Bill Clinton? Where are the Dems? Al Franken? Where are all the Dems? Where are all these righteous warriors on the Democratic side when it comes to very real, very public, very highly documented accusations from women as it relates to Dems? Here's the thing we need to get our minds around. We need to get our minds around two things, okay? One is that Dems can't handle the truth. Not only can they not handle the truth, they don't care about the truth. This is not a truth-seeking expedition that the Dems are on right now. This is all about, by any means necessary, we need to destroy this man. Secondly, and the reason why they need to destroy this man leads into the second reason. You and I might think that this is just another battle in the larger war. To the Dems, this is the war. The federal court is the war. Every single liberal, socialistic style, life-sucking, economic sucking, personal liberty sucking agenda policy that the liberals have been able to place over you and I has been done via the federal court system. Dems do not do what we do. We go and get a measure on the ballot, right? We walk around with our little list and we try to get signatures to get a particular measure on the ballot, right? And we take our issues straight to the American people. Dems don't do that. What they do is that they cherry pick various seats throughout the federal government to put in political activist judges that when a case comes their way, they will make a precedent-setting kind of motion that will then impose those particular measures, the liberal measures, liberal agenda, down the throats of all of us, right? We saw that with same-sex marriage. All of a sudden, we have Supreme Court justices redefining or just making up out of whole cloth human rights, natural law that doesn't even exist, but being able to do that. Why? Because that is how liberals have been. That's a very key cornerstone of the liberal agenda. This means war. To have someone who leans as conservative as Brett Kavanaugh does on the Supreme Court justice, that means every single lower federal court political activist liberal judge who tried to impose something ridiculous on us, whether it's regarding same-sex marriage, or whether it's regarding transgender right, or whether it's regarding misgendering people and Americans getting being in prison, whether it's about us being in prison for purchasing straws to drink in California and other states, whether it is on illegal aliens coming into our country and redefining the makeup of America, whether it is on people from Libya being able to come in here and we don't know who these people are, refugees, whatever the liberal agenda policy may be that they want to push down the throats of America in order to fundamentally change America. The way they've been able to do it is via federal courts. And when you take the power out of the federal court's hand, guess what? Liberals are now going to have to come and talk to people like you and I and try to win over our heart and mind. And you know they can't stand us. What was it? Peter Strzok said he can smell us. He can smell the Walmart shoppers. We stink to them. What Hillary called us bottom basement dwellers. Do you really think these global elites, these media elites, want to have to come and have a conversation with you and I and try to reason why socialism is the better option for our republic? No, they have no intentions of coming and talking to you and I. A significant part of their strategy and fundamentally changing America is using the court, the federal court. So this is bigger than abortion. Don't let them make you think this is just about abortion. This is bigger than abortion. Abortion is part of it. Because, of course, according to Margaret Sanger, abortion is to eliminate the undesirable population. Myself as a Black person being a part of the undesirable. Also, those of you who are poor, those of you who are disabled, those of you who, all of those things, we all fall into the undesirable. Euthanasia is coming out because now they want to get rid of old people. You know, after you have surpassed your usefulness to the community, to the colony, you should now be killed off, right? So that's the liberal agenda. And having a constitutionalist judge who operates by the letter of the law, they're not having it. They don't want people like that. They want judges who will impress upon the law their own personal thoughts. You know, Obama was famous for saying that the Constitution is a living, breathing document. No, it ain't. It doesn't just shift and change with the winds of time. We are a land of laws. So we need to wrap our mind around that, right? One, this is not a truth-seeking expedition by Democrats. Please stop. I see some of you conservatives and pearl clutchers, as I call you, who are so holier than thou, clutching onto those pearls about, oh, well, a woman, we don't want to make joke or make light of, what she needs to. No, this woman slithered from up under a rock after 36 years. She's had 36 years to get her story straight. And now all of a sudden she needs a couple of more days to come out. No, you had 36 years. Also, do you know of a teenage girl who can keep a secret? I know very few of them. As a matter of fact, I don't know any of them. If this had happened, trust me, everyone would have known about it, because apparently, according to the 65 women, the majority of them having attended school with Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh was a pretty popular guy. And so I'm sure that would have just been like kindling wood for the fire for a 15-year-old girl who was apparently promiscuous. What 15-year-old girl is out here drinking anyway? Going to all these parties? I don't know. I didn't do that. But I know people do allow their kids to do that, and a little bit more liberal on that regard. To each their own. But nonetheless, this woman has slithered from up under a rock, just like the women who slithered from up under rocks when it came to Roy Moore, Judge Roy Moore. Where are all those women? Where are they? Where's the media that was just like foaming at the mouth to bring justice to these women? It's not about truth. It's not about seeking truth. Stop clutching the pearl. Let go of the narrative and just get on the bandwagon, conservatives. Let me tell you, conservatives are the first one to start jumping ship the moment they smell a little gas. They do not. We just don't have the stomach to stand. Look at Democrats. They are bottom basement dwellers. They live in the slum on a daily basis and they don't blink an eye. They are not losing an ounce of sleep over destroying this man's life, his family, and his career. They have no care about it. Why? Because by any means necessary, they have a greater agenda. We need to figure this thing out and get on top of it. As conservatives, we need to wrap our minds around that truth. This is not a truth-seeking expedition. Secondly, this is war for them. This is basically the whole kit and caboodle. They can't lose. They can't lose this one. Their whole strategy goes out the window. If they lose control over the federal judges, and especially at the top of the federal judges, guess what? They have to now come and talk to you and I. They don't want to come and have a conversation with you and I. We're ignorant as far as they're concerned. We don't understand. Obama was famous at the beginning of his administration, always saying, oh, if you knew what I knew, you would understand. Basically saying, you're just dumb. I know better. Just do like I tell you to do, right? I don't want to have a discussion with you or try to reason with you. Just sit back, okay? I have a phone and a pen, and I will just shove my thoughts, my principles, my ways down your throat. Smile, smile. As they pee on us, then they tell us it's rain. It's not rain. It's pee. They don't care about us. We need to wrap our minds around that. These people are not patriots. Stop thinking that, oh, they're just fellow Americans. No, those who, yes, there are some now, of course, okay, I am broad brushing. I am generalizing. That's the only way you could do these things, okay? Most people generalize. Every single policy is based on a general understanding of what the majority may feel or think. So don't comment on that about all Dems aren't like this. I don't care if you're a part of the group and you're not saying anything and speaking out against it and being very vehement about your party stopping this foolishness. I don't want to hear about your protest on, that doesn't apply to all Dems. All Dems aren't like that. I don't care. You know who I'm talking about. And for those who are over there snickering at these women after women come slithering from up under rocks and trying to force me to look at them as credible, like Stormy Daniels. I'm not looking at a prostitute as credible. You've spent your life exploiting people, and now you want to exploit me? I don't think so. I'm not going down that route. I'm not going to allow myself to be exploited. And so really this message is for conservatives, for patriots. It doesn't even matter. For anyone with an ounce of common sense, an ounce of understanding that America does not exist without the Constitution. Without the Constitution, America does not exist. And now we have Dems who are all of them coming out saying, I believe her, I believe her, I believe her, Dr. Ford. How do you believe her? You don't even know her. You never even met her. You haven't even read the letter. Dianne Feinstein hasn't even sent the unredacted letter of Dr. Ford to the FBI. How do you believe her? What are you believing? And if you take a look at the Sixth Amendment, go out there, guys, Google it. I reread it before I went on Fox last week. Every single thing she's asking for, every single thing the Dems are asking to impose upon Judge Kavanaugh, upends the Sixth Amendment altogether. The Sixth Amendment, all the rights are given to the accused. The accuser has no rights under the Sixth Amendment. All of the rights are given to the accused, and there's a reason for that. We don't want to go back to the days of old where they say, just start talking, but we won't tell you what your crime is. That's foolishness. That's foolishness, right? And it upends our Constitution. And the scary thing for me as a mother, as a patriot, as someone, as a veteran, who I consciously made the decision that if I was called to lay my life down for this nation, I would. And let me tell you, you don't love your life any more than I love mine, okay? And yet I was willing I consciously made that decision that I would give my life for this nation. And this nation does not exist apart from the U.S. Constitution. It just doesn't exist. And so those of us who know better, we need to get on the phone and start calling Senator Grassley, get his behind in order, lockstep and in order. It is time to stop being so weak, conservatives. Stop dissecting ourselves. Stop clutching your pearls, holy ones, and start focusing on what is in front of you. This is not a battle. This is not a scrimmage. This is the war. This is the whole kit and caboodle. You understand? Get it together. I don't care if you don't like Trump. Doesn't matter. I don't care if you don't like me. Doesn't matter. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth and begin to think differently. Please share this. Blessings. Bye.